Hello and welcome to Top10List.org. Today we are going to discuss the top 10 most famous paintings in history. Discussed herein today are the world's most famous paintings ever to have been seen. Famous paintings have been utilized the world over as a means of developing culture as well as history. Millions of people from different races globally have been captivated by paintings done by some of the most famous painters to ever walk the face of the earth, such as Picasso, Da Vinci, Van Gogh, Monet, Renoir, and Vermeer. Some of these paintings were done hundreds of years ago, but still continue to mesmerize people living in the current century. So let's not continue to waste any more time as we delve into the top 10 most famous paintings in the entire world. For our number 10 painting, we have From the Lake, painted by Georgia O'Keeffe. This 10th most famous painting was done during the days when most of Georgia's time was spent near her home near Lake George in New York back in the early 1900s. The painting resembles the fluidity of the water coupled with the colors of the sky. At number 9, we have The Persistence of Memory, painted by Salvador Dali. The Persistence of Memory was and still is the best piece of art to be done by Salvador Dali. The 9th most famous painting in the world was done in 1931 and is presently displayed in a museum in New York City. At number 8, we have The Dream, painted by Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso is known world over as one of the greatest artists to ever live. He has done many paintings, but The Dream is one of his greatest works. He is known as the pioneer of the contemporary art that is widely referred to as Cubism. Number 7, The Corner of the Garden at Montgeron, painted by Claude Monet. The Corner of the Garden was done way back in 1877. To date, the famous painter who created this 7th most famous painting in the world is still regarded as the perfect impressionist. The painting was created at the corner of the garden in Montgeron. The natural light presented by nature enabled Monet to capture Mother Nature. At number 6, we have Café Terrace at Night, painted by Vincent van Gogh. Café Terrace has been described by a majority of people as one of the most beautiful paintings in the world. The painting depicts the serenity of a lovely evening by the town streets. The painting was done by Van Gogh to show the beauty of a certain café in Arles, France, especially by the terrace of the café. Today the café is known as Café Van Gogh in memory of the painter. Van Gogh brings in a distinct style in his painting, that of warm colors coupled with an in-depth viewpoint. For our number 5 painting, we have Girl with a Pearl Earring, painted by Jan Vermeer. And as much as the painting seems to be plain, The Girl with a Pearl Earring is the 5th most famous painting in the world. Now, a majority of critics tend to believe that the painting was done for a girl, most likely before she got married. The painting has been done majestically as it lacks a background and puts more focus on the girl rather than other aspects of the painting. Her tears most likely show her joy to being married, and the pearl earrings more likely a gift from her groom. For our number 4 painting, we have The Luncheon of the Boating Party, painted by Pierre-Auguste Renoir. The painting was mainly done by Pierre to depict a couple of his friends. At the moment when the painting was being done, they were seated on a balcony situated somewhere along the Seine River. The painting is set in France, with the luncheon simply showing the lifestyle of the middle class towards the close of the 19th century. A close look at the painting and you will notice that for sure life is to be enjoyed to the fullest. The painting is beautiful and is sure to bring life into any room. Number 3, we have The Kiss, painted by Gustav Klimt. The Kiss, which was done by Gustav, is the 3rd most famous painting in the world. The painting was done way back in the year 1907. The image portrayed by the painter is of a couple who are bounded by a gold, linen, and jewelry, sharing an intimate moment that has been left to the critic to think of what led to and after it. To most, it is simply a case of a perfect kiss. For our number 2 painting, and a personal favorite of mine, we have The Starry Night, painted by Vincent van Gogh. This particular painting has been described by lovers of art as a classic. It brings into play a rush of emotions from the tranquility of the church battlement to the wild throw away of the painting, utilized for the late night sky. For our number 1 most famous painting in the entire world, as some of you may have probably guessed, it's the Mona Lisa, painted by Leonardo da Vinci. There is no doubt that the Mona Lisa has been and is still the most famous painting in the entire world. The painting is a property of the French government and has been hanged in the Louvre Museum in Paris. The painting showcases a woman who is staring out towards the river with what has been described by critics as the most enigmatic smile. There has been no other painting in the history of the world that has captivated the imaginations of the world like the Mona Lisa. If it were to be sold in the market, it would be the most expensive painting in the entire world, or perhaps the most expensive piece of art to be done in human history. However, a replica of this painting is available all over the world. The real one, as stated earlier, is owned by the French government. Thank you for joining us once again for Top 10 Lists. Right below is a subscribe button. Don't forget to click it to join us again for another Top 10 episode.